Several months ago, I was approached to start a new newspaper. We ran into a few roadblocks on that subject, as far as getting a signed charter to actually proceed. That led to some interesting issues, but I'm continuing to develop the Post. It is the Clark County Post. It will be a one whole county newspaper to encompass everything from Marshall, Martinsville, and Casey, West Union, and so on. So the reason I'm talking to you at all really is to mention that our website is up. It is published. It is clarkcountypost.com, and that's all spelled out as one word. And if you have any questions, I'm available. Our email is clarkcountypost@gmail.com. Super complicated, but I would ask, we have some opportunities as far as our approach to community-sponsored coverage of these events and others. But more than your financial support, I would just appreciate your actual support. So that's all I've really got. If you have any questions, just give me a holler.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. When do you legally qualify for legal publications?
After we have been in print for 52 consecutive weeks.
1 year.
And
And you'll let us know that so that we can go.
absolutely. Well, there will be signs, but getting into print is a complicated situation, as I'm sure you can imagine. As I've framed it, really, making a newspaper is not a one-step process. You don't say, make a newspaper, and then, ta-da, you have one. And the tricky part is not just making one newspaper, but making 52 in a row. So we are working on finding more contributors. We have been talking to some of them, and we have more who are signing up every day. We have updates coming out now as far as how the Post is progressing. But some of our earlier roadblocks have been removed, so really things are progressing. It is a continual process.
Well, we're glad to have one back in circulation, because I know we've run into some shortcomings on trying to get some things published in the past. Be glad to work with you.
Oh, we will be happy to work with you.
You could.
I have a question as well.
I have an answer.
I saw your post today
Yes.
about the sponsorships.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about those, how that works?
So, sponsorships, there is a page on the website which describes the community sponsored coverage. And the sponsorship basically covers paying for the reporter or photographer to go to the event and cover it, and then write an article about it. And then also will pay the copy editor who has to put it on the site. So what we're hoping to do is, like, respectfully, I wouldn't allow the city council to sponsor coverage of your own meeting, but other than that one limitation, just to prevent any possible appearance of impropriety. What I'm hoping to do is secure a sponsor for, say, football coverage for the entire season. And that would include an ad that would go with the article itself, and it would stay with the article basically forever. And then when we do get to move into an actual printed paper, what we'll do is we'll include that sponsorship in a small, not necessarily an ad, it would more or less say, coverage of this football game, or coverage of this made possible thanks to City of Casey or similar.
Okay. Like I said, we're glad to work with you moving forward, glad you're on board, and glad we're up and running.
Well, I appreciate that. Up and running is
A loose term?
that's very generous. Clawing at the fence to try and climb up is,
In the process?
We do have one other type of sponsorship that, thank you for bringing that up, and it just hit my mind again, that we are hoping to get, steward sponsors who are sponsoring not necessarily specific coverage, but sponsoring the newspaper itself. And those spots will be, advertised as there's a leaderboard position and a spot on the sidebar, which could be occupied by, say, ID Castings or, Chamber of Commerce or what have you.
Okay, thank you. Community affairs, moving on, we've got one issue there. The approval of resolution number 011926A, which is for the Case Hill Historical Society Parade, which is Saturday, May the 9th, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We've discussed this, a couple past meetings, but this is the official resolution to, be able to, ask for the State Route 49 closure for those timeframes on that particular date. So I entertain a motion to approve resolution 011926A as it is written in front of you. Motion, Mr. Hanley, thank you very much. Heard a second, Ms. Marcy.
I was trying to say it.
Roll your vote.
Mumford,
Yes.
Richardson.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Hanley.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on, you have your meeting minutes in writing in front of you for the meeting on January the 5th. Have you had a chance to look them over? If you see anything needs corrected, mention it now. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion for approval of our city council Monday, January 5th meeting minutes as recorded.
So moved.
Ms. Laurie, second please.
Second.
Mr. Jenkins, when you're ready, bud.
Richardson.
Stay.
Wilson.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Hanley.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Mumford.
Yes.
Passed as written. Next on our agenda is Mr. Mumford's, clerk report. You have the floor, sir.
I don't have anything.
You don't have nothing?
I
Oh, that's
talk
crazy.
long.
No, you ain't talking long enough. I'm not talking
Make up
long
something,
enough.
can we do?
Yeah. Nothing, okay. Treasurer report. Ms. Gale, you have the floor, ma'am.
Need approval for the December collection deposit report totaling $676,746.52.
Any question as she has the report listed there for us? If not, entertain a motion to accept the treasurer's collection report of $676,746.52 as recorded.
Make a motion.
Mr. Jenkins, a second, please.
I'll second.
Mr. Tanner? When you're ready.
Wilson.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Hanley.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Mumford.
Yes.
Richardson.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else, Gail?
That's all I have, thank you.
Okay,
I don't have anything.
okay, not now or later, either one?
Maybe on the 604 ordinance.
Okay, we'll move on down. Director of Works, Mr. Staley, sir, you got the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just give you guys a couple updates. We did make an offer to the Walkers, in regards to the I-70 project. We have not heard back. Training going well. We've been taking kind of the downtime in the winter months to try to get some training that needs to be addressed, for the guys, and then maintenance, in the water and sewer department primarily. Getting lift stations and things like that up to snuff. The transition to EJ Walker has went really well. They've been great to work with, and we've gotten good feedback on where our sewer and water is. There's some forms that we were behind on, but those are getting addressed, and, yeah, everything's going really smooth, so. That's about all happened
Okay, good, good.
Glad for you.
there. What's that?
I said glad for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, me too.
We threw him to the wolves right there for the first week or so, and a couple of them were snipping at his heels, but he's been able to work with the folks that he needs to and got it under control. So, Chief, you got the floor, sir.
I don't have
I like the enthusiasm.
Mr. Happy.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's wrong,
yeah.
bud? Tell us about it.
I don't like to get the phone sucker labeled.
Yeah, I say, drained it out of him. He must have went home between working now. You think so?
Does it just say phone sucker? I can't remember.
Okay. Tom, sir, Economic Development Director, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. I've got a couple of things, but first on, as listed on here on the agenda, seeking approval for resolution 011926B, a resolution supporting a regional site readiness program grant request. So this is, will be part of our regional site readiness grant application, which we will submit with the help of Milano and Grunlow before the end of the month.
And this is one's coming up for, if granted, fairly soon. If I got this one confused with something else.
The announcement would be fairly soon, yeah.
Okay.
This is not, they're doing them on a rolling basis now.
Okay,
So it's unlikely it would be months and months before we would hear back.
Okay.
So,
The application's due soon.
Yeah, the application's due next
That's
week.
what you're
Okay.
doing.
I knew you said something had to get done fairly quickly, so.
Yeah.
So this is basically that resolution to approval of that, program request. So with that, motion to approve resolution 011926B, which is supporting a regional site readiness program request, grant request.
I'll make the motion.
Ms. Marcy, a second, please.
I'll second.
Mr. Jenkins. You said.
Brown,
Yes.
Hanley,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Mumford,
Yes.
Richardson,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Send her in, bud.
All right. A couple other things. The mayor was able to attend on Friday, special 50th anniversary ribbon cutting at Richard's Farm. How'd that go, Mr. Mayor?
We had a good time. We had a good turnout. We had, the Richards family was all there. We had, Congressman, Niemer, Mary Miller's husband was there. Our past, representative before they redistrict, I cannot remember the gentleman's name, was there. Myself, Adam had a plaque for them, as did we. And, Diane was very appreciative and very thankful of the recognition we give her. And it's hard to have a business for 50 years, successful. It's even tougher to have a restaurant business for 50 years, run by the same family. So kudos to them, and, you know, they're a very big part of the Casey community, and they was very, very grateful for the recognition. So it went quite well.
All right. On Thursday, Alderman Mumford and I attended a conference down in Noble, Illinois, that was put on by the IECC and Illinois Eastern Community College. And it was about economic development. And I think we had some good speakers there. I spoke as well. I thought I was just gonna be on a panel, but I had to end up speaking for about 15 minutes.
You was the panel?
But we learned some good stuff, and it was good to connect and network with some folks. It was more the folks south of us, since it was down in the Albany area, and we normally just deal with the folks up here. So that was good. And the last thing I have is, this has to do with the land bank. And I'm not asking for anything for you tonight, but I am just giving you some information. We had talked about one of the things that the land bank does for its member communities is hook them up with shared code enforcement. And Casey Home Solutions has, they're out of Philo in the Savoy area. They have been doing work for the land bank for a few years now. And they have a code enforcement arm called Equity Enterprise LLC. So the next council meeting, I'm gonna ask you all if you would approve us signing a professional services agreement with them so that they can start providing, code enforcement, for us. And, we're working on the draft agreement right now. Tracy's got a copy of that. And so we're hopeful we'll be able to present that to you at the next meeting. If you have any questions in the meantime, I just gave you a little bit of information about the company. But yeah, before next meeting, go ahead and ask me any questions you want.
We can do a little research with this here between now and then, and at the next meeting, like, if you would take the time then to explain the specifics, we can go from there.
Yeah, I think we also have to have an understanding of what code means and that everybody's under the same understanding, because you can talk about nuisance code, that kind of code enforcement, as well as, although the city hasn't adopted formal building codes, they are subject to, all municipalities are, in all unincorporated areas are subject to building codes, there's statewide building codes. And so, I think as long as we all are under the same understanding of what code enforcement means, I think, I looked at it really quickly, the agreement, I wouldn't think there'd be
Yeah,
an issue.
my thought would be that they would be enforcing those state building codes which we're subject to until such time as we've adopted our own modified version that fits us, better.
And if that's the case, I think the city needs to act quickly to get it modified. The current state code is, it can be costly for development, more costly for development. Some of the examples are sprinkling a new building or an improved building up to, once you improve it over a certain percentage. So it can be costly, so the city does need to evaluate making modifications to that. And one of the things that you can do is adopt something that's similar to what another local municipality has done. You don't have to recreate it, but